Let us continue atomic structure. In atomic structure, we will see energy of electron. In the energy of electron, we calculated the value, that is minus 2.18 into 10 to the power of minus 18 Z square by N square joule per atom. It is one value. Next value we calculated, that is minus 1312 Z square by N square kilojoule per mole. Next value we calculated minus 313.6 Z square by N square kilocalories per mole. So energy of electron is how much? Means minus 2.18 into 10 power minus 18 Z square by N square joule per atom. Next value minus 1312 Z square by N square kilojoule per mole. Next minus 313.6 Z square by N square kilocalories per mole. So now we will see in terms of electron volt. In terms of electron volt, we want to see. So 1 electron volt is equal to 1 electron volt means this E means called charge of electron. E is called charge of electron. V is called voltage, that is called potential difference. V is called potential difference, we can say. V is called potential difference. Charge of electron magnitude is how much? Means 1.602 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb. Potential difference should be 1 volt. So now this is equal to 1.602 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb volt. Coulomb volt is called joule. Coulomb volt is called what? Means joule. Coulomb volt we can say as joule, we can say. So 1 electron volt equal to 1.602 into 10 power minus 19 joule. What does it mean? What does it indicate? What does it express? It is expressing what? It is expressing what? Means when the potential difference is 1 volt, when the potential difference is 1 volt, electron is carrying how much charge? That work is called 1 electron volt. What is 1 electron volt? See, when the potential difference is 1 volt, charge carried by electron is called 1 electron volt. So what is 1 electron volt? See, when the potential difference is 1 volt, charge carried by electron is called 1 electron volt. Charge carried in the sense work is done. What is the work? How much work? This is the work. This much work is done. This much work is called electron volt. 1 electron volt. So 1 electron volt is equal to 1.602 into 10 power minus 19 joule. Sir. So 1 electron volt we said in terms of joule, we said 1 electron volt we said in terms of joule. So 1 electron volt is equal to 1 electron volt equal to 1.602 into 10 power minus 19 joule. This value we will substitute here. Okay, let us substitute this relation into this place. What we will get, we will see. So what is the value we are getting, we will see. So energy of electron is equal to minus 13.6 Z square by N square electron volt per atom. Okay, so this relation we are substituting into this place. We are getting how much? Means energy is equal to minus 13.6 Z square by N square electron volt per atom. Okay, we are substituting this relation into this place. We are getting energy is equal to minus 13.6 into Z square by N square electron volt per atom. Okay, so energy of electron for hydrogen and hydrogen-like species. We have to use this formula. Okay, sir. So energy of electron, we got it. Now we will take hydrogen atom. We are taking hydrogen atom. We have taken hydrogen atom. Okay, this hydrogen atom we have taken. For this nucleus, we will take nucleus contains one proton, so that charge of nucleus is +1. Okay, if electron is in first level, what is its energy? What is its energy? That we will find. When electron is in first level, what is its energy? That value we will find it. So energy is equal to, what is the formula? Minus 13.6 Z square by N square electron volt per atom. Okay, energy is equal to minus 13.6 Z square by N square electron volt per atom. Now for hydrogen atom, Z is equal to 1. Z is equal to 1 for hydrogen atom. Z is equal to 1 for hydrogen atom. Okay, so Z is equal to 1 for hydrogen atom. So Z is equal to 1, we are substituting here. Z is equal to 1, we are substituting here. Then N means which orbit, first orbit or second orbit or third orbit, which orbit, that is called N. So now electron, we have taken electron in first orbit. N is equal to 1. We have taken electron in first orbit, so N is equal to 1. So let us substitute N is equal to 1 into this place. Z is equal to 1 into this place. We will get energy of electron. Energy of electron is equal to minus 13.6 electron volt per atom. Okay, so we are substituting Z is equal to 1 because hydrogen atom. N is equal to 1 because electron is in first level. We are taking electron is in first level, so we are calculating, we are getting energy is equal to minus 13.6 electron volt per atom. So now we got first level. For this first level, we got energy. Energy is how much? In the sense, energy of this electron. Energy of this electron is how much? Means minus 13.6 electron volt. Okay, it is hydrogen atom. For this hydrogen atom, nucleus contains +1 charge. It is having, this hydrogen atom is having 1 electron. That electron is revolving around the nucleus. For this electron, energy is how much? Means minus 13.6 electron volt. So now energy of electron in first level, in hydrogen atom is how much? Means minus 13.6 electron volt. Energy of electron in first level in hydrogen atom. Energy of electron in first level in hydrogen atom is how much? Means minus 13.6 electron volt. Okay, now generally energy, in general energy is equal to 0. Meaning is, this meaning is what? Means no energy. This meaning is no energy. Energy is equal to some 5 joule. This meaning is some energy is there. How much energy? Means 5 joule we can say. Suppose energy is equal to minus 10 joule, we are saying. What is the meaning of this? Energy is equal to minus 10 joule, we are saying. Energy is equal to minus 10 joule means this meaning is like this, not possible. That only we can say. Like this, not possible, we can say. Energy is equal to 0 means no energy, no work. Like this we can say. No energy, no work, we can say. Energy is equal to plus 5 joule means, okay, 5 joule of energy. So respective work is done. That we can say. Suppose if we say energy is equal to minus 10 joule means for this there is no meaning at all. That only we can say. For this no meaning at all. That only we can say. Isn't it? Energy is equal to minus 10 joule if we say, is there any meaning for this? If you say energy is equal to 0, no energy, no work. Energy is equal to plus 5 joule if we say energy is there, energy is equal to plus 5 joule. If we say energy is there, therefore work is there. Like this we can say energy is equal to minus 10 joule. Energy is equal to minus 10 joule means, is there any meaning for this? Energy is equal to minus 10 joule means, is there any meaning for this? There is no meaning at all for this. There is no meaning at all. This is not at all possible. Shall we will in anywhere have we come across like this sentence? In anywhere have we come across like this sentence, energy is equal to minus 10 joule? Have we come across like this? We have not come across in this way. This like this not at all possible. We have not come across like this. Like this not at all possible. Sir, now we will take this energy of electron. Energy of electron we will take. Energy of electron is coming like this. Now see, we have taken here hydrogen atom. For hydrogen atom, Z is equal to 1. For this hydrogen atom, electron present in first level, we considered these values, this Z value and N value we substituted here. We got energy of electron. How much means minus 13.6 electron volt. So energy of electron is minus 13.6 electron volt. So energy of electron how much means minus 13.6 electron volt that we got. Energy of electron is equal to minus 13.6 electron volt. E is equal to minus 13.6 electron volt we got. Energy of electron is minus 13.6 electron volt, we got it. Energy is in negative sign. Energy is in negative value. Is it possible? But it is derived and it is given energy of electron is this much means, is it actual value? Is it actual value of electron energy? Is it actual value of electron energy, or it is some other? It is some other in the sense it is the concept is something. So concept says about something. Concept says about something. What shall we say? Now energy of electron is equal to minus 13.6 electron volt per atom is given. We have seen the derivation, and from the derivation we got this formula. From this formula we got this value. This derivation, these and all given by Niels Bohr. Okay, from Niels Bohr, that means Niels Bohr thought we considered here. Niels Bohr derived energy of electron, and that formula, this formula Niels Bohr derived. What Niels Bohr derived, that we discussed here. From this formula we got this. This value we got from Niels Bohr thought. From Niels Bohr thought we got this value. Now Niels Bohr thought says that it is the actual value of electron energy, or it is correlating with something. What shall we say? Will you say this first one, or will you say it is second one? This energy is coming under first case or in coming under second category. What do you say? What about Niels Bohr thought? This derivation we did not do. We did not do this. We did not get this value. Niels Bohr did this. What Niels Bohr did, that we took. That's all. So Niels Bohr, how he derived in the sense he considered Planck's quantum theory. He considered photoelectric effect. He considered hydrogen spectrum. He studied these. And he got some idea in his mind. That idea he proposed as postulates of Bohr's model, and from that idea and using mathematical knowledge, he derived radius of orbit, and he showed derivation for energy of electron. That's what he showed. This one. From this he showed this value. This and all Niels Bohr thought. It is not our thought. This and all Niels Bohr thought. So Niels Bohr said the energy of electron in a hydrogen atom in the first level is minus 13.6 electron volt per atom. So his mind, his thought says that it is actual value of electron energy, or it is about something, or it is about something. It is relating with some other thing. It is relating with some other thing. If you say, if you come to the conclusion, this number 1 or 2, that conclusion we have to come. Okay. So then only we can say that we can get an idea that whether we understood Niels Bohr mind thought or we did not understand. That we can come to an idea. So now we have to say, now this point we have to say, this number 1 or 2 we have to say, not Niels Bohr. From this number 1 and 2 we can understand Niels Bohr thought, we can understand. That's all. So now you say that whether this value is actual value of energy of electron, otherwise it is related with some other thing, or will you say it is not actual value of electron energy? What do you say? What do you say regarding this? And also you know that energy is equal to 0. If you say generally, in general, if you talk generally, energy is equal to 0 means no energy, no work. Energy is equal to 0 means no energy, no work. Like that we can say. Energy is equal to plus 5 joule means there is some energy, there is some work. Energy is equal to minus 10 joule. Suppose if we say, is it meaning? Is it having meaning? There is no meaning at all. So such a type of sentence we never use it. Suppose if you use, there is something back of this one. That is a meaning. Something is there at the back of this. That is a thing, no. So like that, it is minus 13.6 electron volt per atom means will it indicate actual value of energy of electron? We have to think like this, because electron is existing. Electron is existing. Electron is existing in the sense it should have energy or not. That you think it. Electron is existing. Electron is existing means it must have energy, isn't it? Whatever the thing existing in the universe, whatever the body, whether living or non-living, whatever the body, whatever the matter existing in the universe possesses energy. This is the fact. Whatever the matter or whatever the species in the universe possesses energy. It is a fact. Yes or no? So electron is existing in the universe. Electron is existing in the matter. All the matter consists of electron. So electron is existing means it must have energy or not. Of course, the magnitude may vary, whether it is a very much low value or higher value or lower value or moderate value. Like this, magnitude may vary. But electron energy should be what? What is the actual value of energy of electron? Should it be positive, or should it be 0, or should it be negative? That we have to think. This is our point of view. Okay, actual value of energy of electron is how much? Should negative. You are saying should negative. You are saying one student says should be negative. How you are saying, sir, should be negative? You are saying, sir, we will consider the universe. We'll consider the universe. In the universe, you take whatever the matter you want, you take it, whether it is living or non-living, or whatever the matter you want to take, you take it. All the matter consists of atoms. In that there is no doubt at all. Whatever the matter, living or non-living, in the earth surface or in the crust or mantle or whatever you take, whatever the planet you take or other solar system also you take. Whatever the solar system you want to take, you take it. Consists of matter. Matter consists of atoms. Atom consists of electrons. In that there is no doubt at all. In that there is no doubt at all. So electron is existing in the universe. Existing in the sense compulsorily it should have energy or should not have energy. It should have energy. It should have energy or it should not have energy. What do you say? What do you say regarding this? Universe in the sense you don't think that human beings or living things, whatever we are seeing living things like this, you don't think it. You think in a complete one, you think it. Complete universe. Universe in the sense you take whatever the solar system you want to take, you take it, because infinity number of solar systems are available in the universe. Infinity number of stars are available. So universe is a huge one that is made up of matter. Matter is made up of atoms. Atoms is made up of electrons. Okay. So in general, that means actually what is the fact? The fact manner we have to think. One side Niels Bohr thought. One side Niels Bohr thought is there. Okay. One side Niels Bohr thought is there. That Niels Bohr thought is syllabus. Okay. Niels Bohr thought is there in syllabus. This is you keep it away. Niels Bohr thought, you keep it away. You come for general. In general, you talk. In general, electrons should have energy or should not have energy. That alone you say. Afterwards, we will come for a Niels Bohr thought. We will correlate with the Niels Bohr thought. First, you say regarding this, it should have energy or should not have energy. Okay. You are saying that it should have energy. You are saying, sir, you are correct. This is a fact. It should have energy. You are saying, no, this is a fact. So it should have energy in the sense you are saying that you are correct. You came for actual fact. It should have energy. That means it should have energy. You came. Now it should have energy means it should be positive. It should be positive, or it should be negative, or it should be zero. Now among ABC, in which category it will come? You said correctly. It should have energy. Electron is having energy. That is correct. Now, energy of electron is positive or negative or zero. Sir, one student says that it is a negative. One student says that it is negative. Sir, now we will talk. Now we will see energy. We will see. Suppose energy E is equal to mc square. Okay, one student says positive. Okay, E is equal to mc square. It is Einstein theory. It is applicable for all in the universe. It is applicable for entire thing in the universe. This E is equal to mc square. We can apply to whatever the thing in the universe. We can apply it. What does it mean? This E is called energy. This E is called energy. Energy can be converted into matter. Energy can be converted into matter, and vice versa. Vice versa means matter can be converted into energy. Now you say energy can be converted into matter. This point will take. If energy is zero, what is the matter produced? Matter produced is zero. Energy is zero means there is no matter. If energy is positive, we can say some matter is produced. Some matter is produced, we can say. Now you say if energy is negative, what will you say regarding this sentence? If energy is negative, what will you say about this sentence? No matter also we cannot say. You are saying that if energy is negative, We cannot say no matter. That this word also we should not say. We have no rights to say this word. We have no rights to say this word. Because first, is it having meaning? That you say first. Then we will talk about no matter. No matter when you have to say, when energy is zero. When energy is zero, you are saying no matter means it is correct. When energy is negative, first, is it having meaning? If it is having meaning, then we will talk about whether it is having, whether matter is there or not, no matter is there, that we will talk later. First, energy is negative. Is it having meaning? First, we will see this. Energy is negative, I am saying. Is it having meaning? Is it having meaning? It is not having meaning at all, no meaning at all. So when energy is negative, there is no meaning means now you say universe consists of matter, matter consists of atoms, atoms consist of electrons, electrons is having energy, that energy should be what? Should be positive. So energy of electron is positive. It is the fact. We cannot say that energy of electron is negative. Suppose you are saying energy of electron is negative wantedly. You are saying means you have to give the proof. You have to prove it. Or you have to, why you are saying energy of electron is negative, you have to say some reason you have to say. That is, in that way only we have to say. Correct only, no? Sorry, okay. So in general, if you see energy of electron is positive, there is no doubt. But sign of electron is negative. Electron is a negatively charged particle, we can say. Charge is negative, we can say. But for energy, no sign. Energy means we have to say magnitude, that's all. So energy means positive value only we have to say. Negative value, no meaning at all. So energy means negative sign should not come at all. There is no meaning, that's all. Energy in the sense, either you have to say zero. Energy in the sense, two values possible. One is zero, another is you have to say some value, some positive value. That's all. Energy means negative, that word should not come at all. It is general. Sir, now we will go for a Niels Bohr point of view. We will go. Now, particularly, we are talking regarding Niels Bohr. So, what Niels Bohr thought, that we will see regarding Niels Bohr. So, as per Niels Bohr, energy of electron is equal to minus 13.6 electron volt per atom. This is for which means hydrogen atom, atomic number 1 and electron present in first orbit. Now we came to Niels Bohr thought. Okay. In general, we discussed, that is over. Now, Niels Bohr thought, we are coming for Niels Bohr thought. So, Niels Bohr says that energy of electron is equal to minus 13.6 electron volt per atom for hydrogen atom, which has atomic number 1, in which electron present in first level, while energy is this much. While energy is this much. It is a Niels Bohr point of view. It is Niels Bohr point of view. Sir, okay. Now we will consider the electron. We will consider the electron. It is Niels Bohr thought. Now we are discussing. Now we are not discussing Niels Bohr. Now we are discussing by our own. Electron we are considering. Can we see the electron? Can we see the electron? First question is, can we see the electron? Second question is, we cannot see the electron. Okay. Next, we can handle electron. Can we handle electron by taking the electron and placing over the the weight box and finding the mass like this? We cannot handle the electron. We can't see the electron. We can't handle the electron. Then how to find absolute value of its energy? How to find absolute energy of electron? So is it possible to measure? So is it possible to measure absolute energy of electron? Yes or no? What do you say? Is it possible to measure absolute energy of electron? Handling macro bodies itself we are finding difficulty. Yes or no? Then it is micro body. Electron is micro body. First of all, we cannot see. We cannot handle. then is it possible to find its own energy? Can we find absolute energy of electron? Absolute means its own energy, its own energy, its actual energy. We cannot find. That is the fact. So we can't find its energy. We can't find absolute energy of electron. Electron is having energy. That is of course true. Its actual value, we cannot find it. So that we can't find absolute value of energy of electron. Actual value of energy of electron we cannot find. We cannot find. So Niels Bohr also knew that. Niels Bohr also knew this fact. So that he derived the energy of electron in some other route. That means he said the energy of electron is this much, means by comparing with some other point. By comparing with some other point. So it is not. So we can come to the conclusion that is it called actual value of energy of electron? Shall we call this is as actual value of energy of electron? Because absolute value of energy of electron we cannot find it. Absolute value of energy of electron we cannot find it. Niels Bohr said the energy of electron equal to minus 13.6 electron volt per atom for hydrogen, which has atomic number 1, in which electron present in first orbit. Now, is it called actual energy of electron or no? What shall we say? Is it called actual energy of electron or it is not actual energy of electron? What shall we say? Do you say it is actual energy, it is actual value of energy of electron? Do you say? Otherwise it is no, it is not actual value of energy of electron. What shall we say? Sir, so you are saying that it is not actual energy of electron. Okay. So we came to know that it is not actual value of energy of electron. So that means Niels Bohr thought something and he got this value. So what is his thought? What is his thought? From that thought, how he got this value, that we will see. Okay, so this is not actual value of energy of electron. That is the conclusion. So we got the conclusion. This is not actual energy of electron. Okay, that means it tells about something. This tells about something. That's what we knew it. It tells about something. So what does it tell? It tells about what? That we will understand it. Okay, so it tells about what? That's what we want to understand now. Okay, so now we will take a to understand that, to understand this one, to understand this, let us take one quartz tube. We'll take a quartz tube. We'll take a quartz tube. Okay, in this quartz tube, let us introduce exactly one proton. Let us introduce exactly one proton, and let us introduce exactly one electron. We are introducing one proton and one electron. Proton is having positive charge. Electron is having negative charge. It is relative charge. It is not actual charge. When we are introducing, what is the distance between these two? When we are introducing, just before introducing, what is the distance between these two? What is the distance between these two? When just before introducing these two into quartz tube, what is the distance? Shall we take infinity? Shall we take infinity? Because we are taking proton separately and introducing electron separately, and we are introducing. We are taking proton and we are introducing. We are taking one electron and introducing. That means before introducing, they do not know what they are. They do not know what they are. So what is the distance between them? What is the distance between them? Distance between them is infinity. When the distance between them is infinity, what is the attractive force between them? What is the magnitude of attractive force between them when the distance is infinity? When the distance between proton and electron is infinity, what is the attractive force between them? Attractive force is equal to 0. That means electron is not attracted by proton. Electron is not attracted by proton. So influence given by proton over electron is 0. What is the influence given by proton over electron? 0, because they are at infinity distance to each other. So now at this distance, electron is not under the control of proton. Electron is not under the control of proton. Electron is not revolving around the proton. So electron is getting energy due to proton. That means nucleus, proton in the sense nucleus, due to nucleus is how much? You say electron is getting energy due to proton is how much? Under this condition, what is the energy of electron with respect to proton? Energy in the sense, you know that energy is equal to potential energy plus kinetic energy. Potential energy is nothing but interaction. Interaction is nothing but attraction or repulsion. Okay. Now, between electron and proton, distance is infinity. Distance is infinity means attraction not there. Distance is infinity means repulsion not there. Then electron is not revolving around the proton, not revolving, not working, not moving. Not moving means no kinetic energy. Generally, energy means what? Energy is equal to sum of potential energy and kinetic energy. It is called energy. It is applicable for whatever the matter in the universe. Potential energy means interaction, that is called attraction or repulsion. Between electron and proton, there is no attraction because infinity distance. There is no repulsion because infinity distance. At infinity distance, electron is not revolving around the proton. Electron is not revolving around the proton means not moving with respect to proton, not moving around the proton. Therefore, kinetic energy is 0. Kinetic energy 0 means what? With respect to moving around the proton, with respect to moving around the nucleus. So, potential energy not there, kinetic energy not there. So, what is the energy of electron with respect to nucleus? With respect to revolving around the nucleus, what is the energy? You are saying that electron is revolving around the nucleus? One student says electron is revolving around the nucleus. At infinity distance, how it will revolve? One student says electron is revolving around the nucleus.